where the mountains kiss the sky. I roam the ancient forests, where the wild things live and die. One day I met a ranger, wise with eyes of deepest gray. He saw my yearning spirit, and he had some words to say. He said, take this sword, young dreamer, forged in fires old and bright. It's a gift from ancient guardians to guide you through the night. With this blade you'll find your courage when the path is dark and long. In your hands it's not just metal, but the heart of nature's song. I grasped the hilt with reverence, felt the power in its weight. The steel was cold but comforting, like the touch of faded fate. He told me tales of rangers past, who'd walked the trails unseen, protecting all that's wild and free in forests evergreen. He said, take this sword, young dreamer, forged in fires old and bright. It's a gift from ancient guardians to guide you through the night. With this blade you'll find your courage when the path is dark and long. In your hands it's not just metal, but the heart of nature's song. Through storms and battles, through shadows deep and wide, this sword will be your beacon, with the spirit as your guide. Feel the strength within the forest, hear the whispers in the wind. Let this gift remind you always where your true path does begin. Now I walk with newfound purpose, with the sword by my side, facing challenges with bravery, with the forest as my guide. In every swing there's history, in every clash a tale. With this ranger sword I'll conquer, through each and every veil. He said, take this sword, young dreamer, forged in fires old and bright. It's a gift from ancient guardians to guide you through the night. With this blade you'll find your courage when the path is dark and long. In your hands it's not just metal, but the heart of nature's song. So here's to all the dreamers, to the ones who roam the land. May you find your own true courage, with the ranger's sword in hand. For in the heart of nature, where the wild spirits soar, he said, take this sword, young dreamer, forged in fires old and bright. It's a gift from ancient guardians to guide you through the night. With this blade you'll find your courage when the path is dark and long. In your hands it's not just metal, but the heart of nature's song. The heart of nature's song.
Okay guys, I'm gonna get in here. We're gonna inspect the bees. I got my bee tools. I got my eye protection. We got the beehive right here. I'm gonna move the smoke a little bit to the side, just in case I need. Hopefully I don't need to smoke, as I don't like to use smoke, but I have it just in case. So we're gonna jump in here to the hive. We're going to, we're looking for the queen. We're gonna see what she's been doing. It's kind of our goal today. Pretty simple, short and sweet. Shouldn't be that complicated. Hopefully we're good to go. Already looks like we're good. Already looks like they're pretty happy doing their bee thing. I think doing some experiments. I think I'm going to switch over to an 8. I think I'm going to put my 8 hive, because it's going to be a little while before I can switch these guys to top bar like I really want. So I can until I get this switch to top bar. I think I'm going to look to see what they're doing over here, but I'm guessing my guess is that we're going to switch over to an 8 soon, because I'd rather these guys, because they're not doing a whole lot here. You guys can see nothing on either side. A few guys crawling around, but I know this sounds funny to say that I'm going to go from a 10 to an 8 to then a top bar, but I like top bar better. So this had some comb on it. These guys are just on here chilling out, just kind of seeing what's going on. Nothing too exciting, really. So I can't tell yet where the queen is, but there's a lot of work. There's a lot of bees right in here, which is good, because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7. These guys aren't really even drawing anything out here. They're just kind of chilling and hanging out, which is fine. They can chill, they can hang out. So this is the first one. This is the first one that they're kind of doing anything with. Pretty sure this was actually a completely, when I initially put this one in here, this was an empty, and they're completely drawn. Yeah, they're completely drawing this one out. So you guys can see, I'm completely drawing this one out all on their own. Want these guys to get in the habit. They're putting some honey up here. We've got some brood here too. Interesting. So if you guys can, I'll try to zoom in so you guys can see the brood. I'm gonna put you guys right here because you guys got brood. I don't put brood on the ground or in other boxes. Let's see if we can slowly, watch out, buddy. I want to open this up real slow like. I don't want to get, don't know where the queen is, but that is interesting that there was brood over there all the way over. Ooh, this is heavy. This is definitely got some brood on this side. What's it look like on that side? Let's give it a second. You guys can look at it really carefully. See if you guys can find the queen, because I don't know if she's on there yet. I haven't looked. But we got some brood. We got some honey up in the top corner. We got some bees. Let's spin around. Here's this guy's for you. We'll hold it there for just a second. See if you guys can see if there's a queen, if you see the queen. Okay. I haven't seen her yet. Lots of brood. A couple drones. Some honey, some capped honey up here at top, which is nice. This is looking good, actually. A few little gaps, but, you know, nothing too awful bad. Pretty happy with this queen so far. She's making a nice Some nice pretty bees, some nice pretty honey. Okay, let's hold this up here so you guys can see. Anything exciting here? Okay. A lot of new brood inside the center there. Spin this around so you guys can see this side. Hold it still for a minute, see if we see a queen. Lots of new brood. Looks like it's already been emptied once and put back in. Still no queen, but looking good. Let's look on this side. I'm gonna look on this side one more time, see if I can see her. But we're gonna put this right back in here for right now. The one nice thing about the larger boxes is I can take some boxes out, and that means I got plenty of room. Okay, so I got some bumps here. So she is either on this one or the black one. That is my prediction. I'm gonna say she was on the black one last time. I'm gonna say that she's gonna be on this one, this wooden one. I bet she is on the inside. We're gonna take that there. You guys can look, see if you guys can see her. Just a quick, there's a lot of newbies in this one. A lot of young newbies. Spin this around, see if you guys can see her. Okay, I'm gonna look now. Yep. Guys look kind of center of the screen. So exact center of the screen again. So there she is. So I'm gonna pop these guys right here. I'm gonna keep looking though, just because I want these guys to get used to me being in here, playing around, talking with them. Want these guys to know me, my smell, that I'm cool. Get them used to me. So, you guys look at this. Nice and full. Man, that is jam-packed. That is a nice, nice frame of brood, man. And it looks just as nice on this side. When this pops some bees, man, this is going to explode. This is going to be nice. Beautiful, beautiful frame of brood. Got some more bumping. The meanest bees seem to be on that black frame. And these guys are pretty chill too. Got a lot of newbies on this frame. Newbies. I like what's happening on the bottom of that, actually. I'm going to, we're going to do an experiment with this frame right here, guys. So you guys stay there, watch those. I'm going to grab what I want to grab. Do I have anything? Ooh, I have this. That'll be fine. Perfect. So we're not sure how this is going to work, but I am going to I'm going to do a little split with this last one. I need to really cut up this last frame anyways. So because I have to do that, I think it's a perfect opportunity to start a little split. I'm not sure how well the split is, so I'm going to put it right next to it. It's going to have a friend. It's going to live right next door. We're going to live right next door. Doesn't seem too moist or anything. So we're going to put these guys right here. I'm going to give them one extra drawn out comb from an earlier adventure. And we're going to give them this minus this piece down here where, if you see how it's starting to turn green. So I'm not pretty happy with that. I think that that's bad. And they don't really have anything. Not really too concerned. I might just be, you know, being a little overcautious, but I am going to be overcautious this time. So what we're doing is we're going to take off this bottom comb anyways. I want to take this off. I've been wanting to take this off since I've seen it. Probably hold this way anyways. Trying not to get any bees. Perfect. Okay, did what I wanted. Now, we have a little bit of brood over here. We got a little bit of honey. We got some drones. We got a pretty decent chunk of bees. So I'm going to put these guys are going to move in here. And I'm going to give them a few more bees, because there are some guys hanging out right here that I want these guys to go in here. I'm going to shake these guys in there too. So these guys right here, I'm going to shake them in here too. I guess I'm going to drop off that honey as well. And there's anybody else I want to put in there? I do not. Okay. So I will show you guys what I did. This is what I did. I made another little baby hive. I'm going to leave it right here next to these guys. They have a few bees. I wanted to redo that frame anyways. So let me shake a few more of these guys in there. I know I'm not shaking a whole lot. Some of you are like, you're barely even doing anything. And I know. Okay. So hanging out with that. Let's give these guys one of these over here. Because I'm gonna empty their wall. Because they're a little wall. I don't want them to be digging on the wall right here. Okay. So I know some people are going, there you go, Doc, splitting your bees again. But I'm doing a baby split. If that fails, I'm not really that concerned. It's a real simple Simple split. Not too concerned. It's just one more check to make sure we can see the queen. There she is. She's on this frame. We'll put her right back in here, nice and safe. I know right where she's at. Move these guys closer. And these guys close right here. You know what? Those guys did all that work. No, these guys already have this frame in here. Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to move this one. I don't want you guys to be building on the wall like you guys are doing, so we're going to do that. Put you guys here. See if you guys want to pull this out. You guys are welcome to extend that one out. You've got this extra frame right here, and then I need to go get one more. So I'm going to walk over. We'll walk over that way and grab another frame that I have sitting around here ready to go. Perfect. Okay. So let's pop this up top. Oh, sorry guys. Okay, let me just spin the camera around. So here's what's happening. Everybody's looking good. I'm gonna put the put this lid on it now. Okay, let's get this nicely in place. And then we'll put this on there. And you guys get to just, enjoy the crazy spinning around. I'm going to put you guys over here in the boot just real fast so that I don't have to hold the camera. Okay, I need a little rock for that one. Okay, look at that. Now, I don't know if those guys, we'll see what happens. Those guys do have enough food in there I purposely put it next to it so that there would be a little drift, because over time I don't mind if there's a little drift. These guys can drift back and forth. So we'll do a little drifting back and forth. But since I had to redo that frame, so there's a set of bees in there. Hopefully they'll end up making a queen. And then there's some, they got a few guys. They have enough, they'll have enough to survive. So we'll check on that next week. But that's just a little baby split, just to try to add another queen and see what we guys can do. So that's what we're doing. So main hive looking good, rocking well. Now we have a small hive. We have a little hive junior. So anyways, thought you guys might be interested in this week's little bee adventures. So I will catch you guys rather soon. It's Doc. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Remember, if you guys want to check this out, there's a camera right there. Mavis Pharmacy on Kick, Twitch, DLive, Rumble. Have yourself a wonderful day. Adios. How about now? Perfect. Let me get this set up. I need to change the closed caption. So we're here. So I'm back at the house. I saw that I had a handful of questions, so I thought I would jump in here and answer those questions. So did I get the mic working? I did. Awesome. So yeah, I have a handful of questions. I thought I'd jump in here, get those questions answered so that you guys, those that want to know some stuff, and all the other good things. Let me get my background looking cool, because I always try to get my background looking cool. Nice to have a fire burning, back behind me. So let me get my questions up and functioning. While I'm getting my questions, let's do a quick ad for 1775 coffee. Guys, have you still haven't tried 1775 coffee? Guys, now's your shot. Their 1775 starter kit just dropped. And guys, they only have 1,000 of the units. Guys, you get bold dark roast. That's harder than CNN's factory. You get smooth medium roast. And you get their mushroom coffee, guys, which is clean energy and laser focused, guys, without any crash. Actually, it's probably one of my favorites. All single origin, small batched, toxin free, mold free, plus. You're also going to get a gold spoon clip because freedom isn't scooped with plastic. A frother strong enough to stir up your coffee and your mother-in-law's political opinions. And their black 1775 tumbler that says, I don't take life advice or caffeine from a woke sea witch. Guys, it is $175 worth of coffee and gear for yours for $99. This is for the ones who've been watching 1775 blow up on Rumble, wondering if it's actually worth it. Guys, it absolutely is worth it. Guys, go to 1775coffee.com/studio and grab your starter kit before they're gone. Bold beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine that stands for something, just like Rumble does. Start your day off with coffee that actually believes what you believe and backs it. Commercial over. Okay, so we have some where are my questions? Here are my questions. Okay, so someone says, how do you know when it's time to split? Well, that was a split that I chose to do on my own. It was there was no how do I know when it's time. I just decided to make it time. I just said, you know what, we're splitting today. So, what happens if you do a split and they swarm? Oh no, what happens if you don't split and they swarm? Well, if you do that, you run the possibility of losing your bees. And so I usually like to try to do it ahead of time. This was just an experiment. I had some extra I needed. I was going to destroy a lot of that comb on that anyway, so I thought, you know what, might as well give it a shot, see what happens. I'm only going to be out a few bees. I wasn't really hurting the hive by doing that. Do you always need to find a queen before making a split? Yes, I believe that you should always know where your queen is. I think you should always know where your queen is, period. Whenever you're working with your hive, knowing where your queen is one of the most important things I think that you guys can do when you're playing with bees. So let's see. Here's another question. Let's scroll down. What's the difference between a walkaway split and a controlled split? So that was pretty much a walkaway split because I knew I was just walking away from it. And I'm just leaving it to the side. Whatever happens, happens. There's no queen cells in there. It was just extra brood. How many queen cells do you leave when you're splitting? That's irrelevant for this question. We'll talk about that when I come across that. But there was no queen cells at all in this. There was 0 queen cells. So I didn't even need to think about queen cells. Again, that split that I did, it might not happen. Everything could just disappear, and those bees just go back to where they were, their other home. How far apart does split from the original hive? As you guys saw, I actually put them right next to each other. The only reason I did that is because of drift. If for some reason that little one fails, those bees can you just drift back into the hive that they originated from, and vice versa. If some people say that some of my friends are over in that one, they can actually drift over into that hive. That's usually how I do all my splits, is I usually leave them very close to each other. It's now springtime. Can it be done later? Is this the best time? I did this purely based off of what was happening with this hive. I've split spring, summer, fall. I don't normally like splitting in the fall, but if they're going to swarm or there's just something crazy happening, I will do it then. What equipment do you need to split? Just need extra hive. You just need some place to put them. So I actually have that little tiny box I usually do splits in, have it create a queen, and then I'll move that to a nuke. A nuke's a smaller box. Will splitting a hive affect the honey production this season? It can. It absolutely can. I don't focus on honey production. If you guys are not aware of how I raise bees. So I raise bees for one, because I think it's fun. I just love raising bees. I love peaceful beekeeping. I love the zen that it gives me. I also raise bees because of how awesome pollinators they are. And I also raise bees because I think it's important to make sure that we preserve, making sure there's always bees in the area. So that's why I raise bees. But it will affect the honey. Yeah, it'll slow down because you're taking bees away, so they're not going to be able to produce as much. So it does run the risk of you're having less honey being able to be produced if you do it that way. So let me look around. Those were the ones that I had on some of the other sites that I'm on. I don't see, there's nobody saying anything on the YouTubes, Twitch, Rumble. Look on the Facebooks. Okay, DLive. Okay, I got all those. Beam, everybody there. Okay, I think I answered most of everybody's questions. So if you guys have other questions, just ask them in the description below. Wherever you guys are watching that, just ask them in the description below. If you guys want to follow me, X Dr. Firefly, just about everywhere. The only 2 exceptions is it's X Dr. Firefly Mavis on YouTube and X Dr. Firefly Mavis on TikTok. So anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out. We're going to do bee inspections. I usually do them on Sundays, but Sunday was really raining, so that's why I got pushed off to Mondays. But we do a bee inspection once a week. I will update you guys. You guys can see if something cool happens. You guys can check it out. If you like this kind of stuff, come and check me out. And other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys. If you're watching the bee class, the Be Aware series, I will see you guys next week when we jump into it. If you're watching any of my other stuff, I'll see you guys either later today or in the next little bit. It's Doc. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Adios.